Howdy everyone, your pal Ralph with another vlog. So yesterday, I made a vlog about me opening the Xenoblade Chronicles 2 soundtrack. Well, after ending that vlog, like a couple of hours have passed, and then my shelf arrived. So, yeah. I didn't film me getting that yesterday just because I'm gonna put the focus of today's vlog on that shelf, which I'm going to assemble. I'm not gonna like do a time lapse of me like assembling it just because I don't really have a way of like holding the camera in place. What I do is like I'll prop up my camera here like when I'm sitting down at my desk, but like if I want to show me like assembling the shelf, I can't really do that. So yeah. Anyways, I'm really excited to build this shelf just because one, I actually like building things, like building and assembling things. When I was like in high school, I actually took like, shop classes like metals and like wood shop. So like that stuff I actually enjoy doing. It's just I don't really get a chance to do it that often. And I'm not even going to be using like any tools for this, I assume. Maybe like a screwdriver and stuff, but like no like super awesome dangerous cut yourself like while you're like if you're not careful tools. Those tools are fun, but again, you need to be careful with those. Anyways, I should get to work on assembling the shelf. Got everything out of the box. Doesn't look like it'll be too difficult to assemble. So, yay. Let's get to it. The shelf is coming along nicely. I'm liking how it's looking. And funny thing is, the instructions here like recommend like 2 people. And I've just been doing this myself. So, haha, screw you instructions. And screw you, all of these screws that I need to tighten, like these. I should do that. Okay, so got the backboard installed. And all I need to do is just install these shelves, but yeah, this thing is actually a pretty tall. I mean, I'm not that tall to begin with, but like, I was expecting this to be a little bit shorter, honestly. But whatever. Also, I wanted the shelf like right over here, like right underneath all of this. But I might change that actually. I might move this shelf. That shelf I built when I was a sophomore in high school. Like no screws or anything, just like wood glue, just the right, like cutting the pieces of wood like in the right places and all of that stuff, getting joints and everything. But I actually like that one. But I might put that where, like I might put this shelf behind me over there, and then that tiny shelf will go over here. That way, like it'll at least match like the wooden look of that, and then this will match the TV stand. I think I might do that. Okay, so the shelf is done. It's 4 shelves, and I mean I could just like get like the screw and just like screw it like against the wall, but eh. And I was gonna put it here like I said and like move this that way, but I measured it and this shelf is a bit too wide for this space, which is a shame, but what are you gonna do? Anyways, now I need to fill this up, so that's gonna be fun. So I finished putting everything on the shelf, rearranging my things that were on the TV stand, and honestly, that put me in a really good mood. So let's talk about those changes. So first off, this floor is a lot cleaner. Like all of these things here, it was like hanging out over here. I need to find the spot for all of these Tales of Xillia and Tales of Xillia 2 boxes, but yeah, just feels a lot cleaner now. Feels like I have a lot more floor space to work with. But the TV stand, now all it has, because I took all of my games out of it, it's where all my systems are. So I have a Nintendo 64, which I don't really make note of. I mean, I do have a few Nintendo 64 games, but like this was actually a gift from Jamie and my friend Leonardo back like, I think I got this right when I turned 18. Yeah, my 18th birthday, maybe my 19th birthday, they got this for me as a gift. Because I never had a Nintendo 64. I would play like my older cousin's one that she had, but I have one and it's like hooked up. I actually had to like cut holes for all the wires to go through. And my GameCube is right there. And if I want to like play the Nintendo 64, because the power is connected over here, which I should probably like rearrange these wires so it doesn't look like a mess, but all I need to do if I want to play the Nintendo 64 is switch out the composite cables on the back of the TV, because right now the GameCube is the one that's currently hooked up to it, and there's only one set of composite cable ports. But yeah, I can play Pokemon Snap. I mean, I also have a digital version of it on my Wii U, but yeah, so GameCube is right over there. And then right over here is where the Wii is hooked up. There were some games here as well, games in the bottom. But yeah, I also had to cut holes back there as well for all the cables. But Wii is there. It barely fits like with the GameCube cable there and the memory card, but it works. I would just need to like pull out the Wii if I want to take out the GameCube controller. Oh, careful there. And then the Wii U here is hooked up, and this, I think this is like a 500 gig external hard drive. I just needed that for like the extra space for like Xenoblade Chronicles X. Not expansion packs, but like it was something related to like making the game load faster if you had the disc. And then the dock for the Switch is up here. It was just like lying on the floor here, but yeah. Also this this HDMI cable is connected to the Wii U. It's just the TV only has 2 HDMI ports, and it's currently being used by the Switch and the Wii, because the Wii has an HDMI adapter. But yeah, the dock for the Switch is there. I like having it like actually there instead of on the floor, because that was bothering me. And then also the GameCube adapter, because I have relatives that want to play Smash, and one of them uses a GameCube controller. So yeah. And then I just organized things here. I stuffed a few things here. Have some old diplomas. Didn't really touch this. Just stuffed all of these under here. There's also cables back here and some kazoos. But there's cables back there which are related to like the complicated setup I had for the Nintendo 64 when Jamie and Rob were here and we did the last 2 boards of Mario Party. That was a pain, but if we ever plan on using the Nintendo 64, I think I have a way to alleviate having a complicated recording setup for it. Not sure yet. Not sure how things are going to pan out for that. But it's a thing I'm considering. Anyways, let's go over to the shelf. I like this shelf a lot. So, down here, this is where some GameCube games are. My very few Nintendo 64 games. And then I just have like boxes of collector's editions things like Bravely Default, the PC version of Undertale, Skyward Sword that I got at launch, and then Twilight Princess HD with the Wolf Link amiibo. And then up here on this shelf, there's all my Switch games. It's all like listed in alphabetical order, by the way. So like all my Switch games are here, or like 99% of my Switch games. All of my Wii U stuff, including this is a soundtrack disc for Super Smash Bros. 4. It doesn't have all the songs, but it was like a collector's thing. Who the piss is calling me? I'm sorry, Jamie, I'm busy. And then there's Wii things over here, as well as the last story. I was going to put it down here, but I like having the last story here. It's not too big of a box, and like it'll fit here. And I do have room for other Switch games whenever I eventually get some more. And then 3DS stuff. Of note, there's Radiant Historia and Etrian Odyssey, which are like limited edition things, or limited edition boxes with things inside them. So there's that, and then some DS games. I don't have the box for Golden Sun Dark Dawn, but if I did, it would go like right here. And then this shelf here, this is where all my Pokemon stuff is. The Mudkip plush, because I like Mudkip. I have other Pokemon plushes, but Mudkip gets a spot here. Pokeball Plus, Pokewalker from when I got Heart Gold and Soul Silver. This Palkia pen was a pre-order bonus for Diamond and Pearl. Also, I have a Mother 3 cartridge here, just because I didn't have room for it elsewhere. Then Let's Go. It's organized by Core Series games, and like when they came out from like newest to oldest. So of course there's Let's Go Eevee, Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon, Sun, Generation 6, Generation 5, Generation 4. I actually don't have Heart Gold anymore. I gave it to a friend, and I don't have the Pokewalker that came with it either. I think I might have given it to him as well. Yeah, Generation 4, and then spin-offs. So that's neat. And there is room like for when other Pokemon games come out, so that's neat. Then the top shelf. This is where some cool things are. This is the Xenoblade shelf. Over here, there's my 2 copies of Xenoblade Chronicles. This one is my original copy. This was the extra one I got. Xenoblade Chronicles 3D. Then Definitive Edition is going to go here. Then Xenoblade Chronicles X. The box for Xenoblade Chronicles 2 and Torn of the Golden Country, and then the soundtrack. Whenever I get the soundtrack for the other 2 games, they'll also go here because it's listed like in order. Then here's the pre-order art book of Xenoblade Chronicles that I got whenever I got the game at launch. Monado Archives, art book. Here's the collector's edition for Xenoblade Chronicles X, and then the collector's edition for Xenoblade Chronicles 2. Then up here at the top, I just have various trinkets, like my amiibo, which is actually like in the same order as my boxed amiibo up there. And I do have the boxed Wolf-Link amiibo at the bottom. Then I have this Ocarina of Time replica, and then this replica of the Aegis Core Crystal. So yeah, that's how things are looking like. I really like this new shelf. Like, assembling it was actually a ton of fun. It didn't take too long or anything. Like, the time-consuming thing was, like, rearranging my games and, like, all of the systems up there. So that was a fun process, which I enjoy doing because I like organizing things. But, yeah, I got a new shelf, and I like it. Anyways, that's going to be it for this vlog. So, thank you all so much for watching, and see you all next time for another one. Later.